Senate expresses concern over worsening security situation in Katsina State following fresh bandit attacks. Former Benue State Governor Gabriel Suswam quits PDP, cites unresolved internal crisis. Corruption trial of former Petroleum Minister Diezani Alison Madueke continues in London court. On the firing scene, China's Xi agrees to hike U.S. soybeans purchases after phone call with President Trump. Good evening. This is news at 7 on Western Spring Television. I am Temitope Ajijolaoluwa Ola. The Senate has expressed concern over the worsening security situation in Katsina State following fresh bandit attacks that reportedly claimed no fewer than 35 lives within 24 hours across 3 local government areas. The development came as lawmakers urged President Bola Tinubu to urgently fulfill his pledge to establish a military barracks in the area, while cautioning against any form of negotiation with armed groups terrorizing rural communities. The matter was raised through a motion of urgent public importance sponsored by Senator Dandutse Mohammed, who represents Katsina South, calling for immediate and comprehensive federal intervention to halt the escalating violence. Ruling on the motion, the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, admitted it for debate after it received overwhelming support from senators. Moving the motion, Dandutse said, as of Tuesday, at least 35 persons had been killed in attacks across the Funtua zone within a span of less than 24 hours. Staying with security, the Nigerian Air Force has reactivated its Super Puma helicopter, NAF 565, which had previously been grounded due to unserviceability. The service said the development reflects its efforts to strengthen operational capability and sustain air power and support of national security. The aircraft was restored through the effort of retired Air Commodore T.A. Badru, the Air Officer Commanding Mobility Command, and personnel of 205 A statement on Wednesday by the NAF spokesman, Air Commodore Ehimene Jodame, said the aircraft was reactivated on Tuesday by the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Kelvin Aneke. Speaking at the event, Aneke said the return of the Super Puma was part of ongoing efforts to restore and maintain key platforms in the Air Force inventory to ensure mission readiness. He stated that the Super Puma's return reflects deliberate efforts to ensure the Air Force remains fully prepared to discharge its constitutional responsibilities and maintain operational superiority across multiple theaters. In Benue State, a police officer and 4 others have been killed in an assault by non-state actors in a bandit community, Kwande local government area of the state. The spokesman of the Benue State Police Command, Udemed Edit, said the attack happened on Tuesday. While some reports claimed that about 16 people were killed during the incident, Udeme said an assistant superintendent of police attached to the 13th Police Mobile Force, Makodi, who was on special duty at a bandit community, was fatally injured during the attack. The spokesman, in the statement issued on Wednesday, said 4 members of the community also lost their lives as a result of the attack. It disclosed that a combined team of police operatives and other security agencies has been mobilized to the area to secure the community, conduct a thorough search, and forestall further breakdown of law and order. And now turning to politics, a former governor of Benue State, Governor Senator Gabriel Suswam, has resigned from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, citing persistent internal crisis and a lack of cohesion within the opposition party. Suswam's resignation was contained in a letter dated February 4, 2026, and addressed to the chairman of the People PDP in Mbagwe Council Ward, local government area of Benue State. In the letter, the former governor said his decision was informed by what he described as the party's failure to resolve long-standing internal conflicts affecting its leadership, structure, discipline, and ideological direction. According to him, despite repeated interventions and reconciliation efforts, the party has remained locked in what he called a cycle of crisis with no clear pathway to stability. The former lawmaker added that he could no longer reconcile his continued membership in the party with his personal convictions and desire to contribute meaningfully to nation building within a stable political platform. The governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC, in the state, in the forthcoming election in Osun State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, says the socio-economic reforms anchored on the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu has been yielding positive results and propelling Nigeria to greatness. He spoke at the official inauguration ceremony of the Osun State Local Government Renewed Hope Ambassadors at the Tinubu Shatima Campaign Office, Ogoluwa, Oshogo. Here is the report.
The Renewed Hope Ambassadors is a group initiated to drive nationwide awareness of President Bola Tinubu's reforms and mobilize votes for his re-election bid. To ensure this move gets to the grassroots level, local government ambassadors were inaugurated in Osun State. In his remarks at the occasion, governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC, in the forthcoming election in Osun State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, described the initiative as the best in the history of the country and commended President Tinubu's avowed commitment to build sustainable growth and development. Mr. Ahmed Tinubu acknowledged successes recorded by the current administration in the country, which had propelled Nigeria to enviable heights. The APC gubernatorial candidates expressed confidence in the ability of the newly inaugurated local government's Renewed Hope Ambassadors to strengthen the party at the grassroots.
Our president and national leader of the party, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, has launched and promoted diverse initiatives that have protected Nigeria in an emerging and growing economy with a reputable growth as attested by the IMF, World Bank, and other foremost financial institutions worldwide. These initiatives include removal of false subsidy, very courageous, NELFund, to enable our children's university education, irrespective of their background, enjoy this skill. We bring this program closer to the grassroots. Therefore, as vote for Ambo, vote for the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria come 2027 means that this program can be spread to Osun State and beyond more easily and felt by our people.
Our economy is somersaulting from developing to develop from all indicators. The president focused on the real sector of the economy and all the indices improved tremendously. So I sincerely hope that with this news being spread across the states, the President Federal Republic of Nigeria election 2027 will be good for us. And come August 2026, precisely August 8th, Osun State, APC in the state is good to go.
Earlier, the Osun State Renewed Hope Ambassador Sunday Akere expressed readiness to work rigorously for the emergence of APC in the forthcoming governorship election and general elections.
Whatever you want to do, as we inaugurate the local coordinators today, we are going to have world coordinators in all the recognized 332 roads in Osun. We are going to have unit coordinators, and these unit coordinators are going to be 10 per unit. We want you leaders to give us people that can drive this process. Don't let us use sentiment. Let us look at people that are really ready to work, to secure us victory, and to make the party more popular in Osun. This is a party process.
The APC State Chairman Tajuddin Lawal, who was represented by the party's treasurer Femi Kujembola, eulogized the leadership and members of the party for their unflinching support and solidarity, assuring them of continued dividends of democracy under the administration of President Tinubu.
The chairman asked me to inform you that iṣẹ́ tó ń gbé lé yín lọ́wọ́ kò ń ṣe iṣẹ́ ṣeréṣeré o. This is the beginning of this coming election. Iṣẹ́ yà ń fi lé yín lọ́wọ́ ni from this 2026 election and 2027 presidential election. That's the purpose of which you have been inaugurated. So, à ń rọ̀ yín ní wípé iṣẹ́ yín kò sí lóṣogbo. Iṣẹ́ yín ó láti padà sí local government, your ward and your units. According to your coordinator, the state coordinator.
Some of the dignitaries at the event include Senator Adedayo Adeyeye, the Southwest Zonal Ambassador, Renewed Hope Ambassadors, and other Southwest Ambassadors, including Tayo Ayinde, Lagos, and Prince Shegun Adeshegun Ogun. Oath of office was administered on the Osun State Local Government Renewed Hope Ambassadors.
In the courts, the corruption trial of Nigeria's former petroleum minister, Diezani Alison Madueke, continued today in London, with jurors hearing fresh testimony about millions of pounds allegedly spent on luxury property refurbishments. Proceedings at Southwark Crown Court shifted focus to a construction contractor linked to high-end London homes, as prosecutors work to trace what they describe as a wider financial trail of benefits flowing through intermediaries. The 65-year-old is accused of multiple robbery counts stemming from a years-long investigation. The alleged offenses occurred between 2011 and 2015 when she was Nigeria's oil minister but maintained a UK address. The UK National Crime Agency, NCA, which targets international and serious and organized crime, has accused her of receiving the bribes in Britain. She is accused of accepting financial or other advantages from individuals linked to the Atlantic Energy and Spog petrochemical groups. Both companies secured contracts with the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, or its subsidiaries, according to the prosecution. In another development, the Emir of Kano, Muhammadu Sanusi II, has harped on the role of traditional institutions in nation building and good governance. Speaking this morning in an interview, Emir Sanusi said he does not need the Constitution to advise the president or a state governor on issues affecting the nation. According to him, he has the authority to provide counsel to the constituted authorities from the people he leads. The monarch also emphasized the importance of inclusive political participation, calling for increased women's representation in nation-building efforts. He stated that women have crucial roles to enhance more inclusive governance and called for more women's representation in elected positions. The traditional ruler also condemned domestic violence against women in Nigerian society, saying it is wrong for a man to beat a woman because his culture says so. Meanwhile, the Obi of Onitsha, Igwe Nnemeka Alfred Achebe, has called for collective responsibility in addressing violence against women and vulnerable people. He stated this in an interview on Channels Television this morning, noting that his community has certain rules to protect women and other vulnerable groups against violence. He noted that they are using culture to protect not only girls and women, but to protect everybody, including the widows, the disabled, the down and out, and the unhealthy. The traditional ruler added that the Onitsha community has discarded arcane elements that do not make sense in today's world in a bid to curtail domestic violence and other acts inimical to women. Meanwhile, the Emir of Shonga in Kwara State, Haliru Ndanusa, has decried the impact of early child marriage, suggesting education as an alternative to address the menace. Speaking in the same interview this morning, the Emir, who said early marriage is contentious, believes education can help address the issue. According to the traditional ruler, enlightenment is a critical factor in taming the monster, and he wants community leaders to drive that. Residents of the Oloja Ibala community in the Atakumosa West local government area of Osun State are fiercely opposing what they describe as an illegal mining operation by unknown persons in the community. The residents who united through a protest against the unauthorized activities taking place, which they claim have threatened their environment and livelihoods for weeks, are demanding urgent intervention from the state government. Western Spring Television's Joseph Atewe visited the mining site and now reports.
That's the voices of some of the residents of Oloja Ibala community in the Atakumosa West local government area of the state, secretly fuming what they described as an illegal mining in their community without authorization. They complained bitterly that since the alleged illegal mining started, they can't drink or bathe with their water. Some of their buildings have started cracking, and sleeping or having peace of mind is gradually becoming a thing of the past as the alleged illegal mining takes place day and night. Out of frustration and alleged negligence from the state government, even after calls have been put through, members of the Oloja Ibala community held a peaceful protest over the illegal gold mining that has been happening for over 3 weeks in their area. Lamiu Shefiu, a member of the affected community, highlighting the mayhem caused by the participants in these activities, which he alleged has also killed crops on their farmland, which is their only means of survival. He stated that there are over 100 workers on site, and the community had, in their own way, informed the civil defense of the illegal activities, but no action yet.
Awani àti ìlú Ọlọ́jà Ìbàlá pẹ̀lú àwọn nǹkan tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nílùú Ọlọ́jà Ìbàlá tó jẹ́ wípé ní àwọn nǹkan tó burú jáì jù kí àwọn ìjọba wa Démọ́lá Adélékè kí kan síjú àánú wò wá látara pé àwọn ẹyẹ tí ń ba nǹkan jẹ́, àwọn èèyàn tí ń ba nǹkan jẹ́ tán wá sílùú Ọlọ́jà Ìbàlá níbi odò wa tán láti wá máa wá àwọn góòdù bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo lé tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí yin bọ́ǹbù bẹ́ẹ̀ tó yẹ pé ní gbogbo àwa pátá kò sẹ́ni kankan tó sunlé o. Another resident, Yekini Latif, further reported the negative impact of the activities on their land. He said these activities has caused water pollution and insecurity as there is no guarantee of safety in the land. He also mentioned the threats they received whenever they confront the workers on site, while also pleading with the state government, particularly the mining agency, to curb the illegal mining.
We saw that the population of those people that are there carrying out the illegal minings are up to maybe like 200 or maybe 150 totals in numbers. And later after that time, we had a meeting in our community, selected like 2 or 3 people to go there. and people have been coward. They are afraid of going down to that particular premises. But fortunately for us, we saw like 2 or 3 officers, of which they had to go down to that particular place with some peoples. But on getting there also, with the phobias they are having, when they saw the peoples with the ammunition they are having at their hands, it's another thing entirely.
We spoke to the special advisor to the governor of mining and mineral matters, Professor Lukman Jimoda, who stated that they first saw what he described as a rumor through a social media handle on X or Ban Alert and immediately rushed to investigate the activities but couldn't trace any activity even though there was a presence of mining tools. Honorable Jimoda said there is no mining license for that particular area and it would violate the Mining Act 2007, thereby accusing the informant of misinformation.
Anyway, we had the information sometimes ago through online. It was reported by Urban Alert. Of course, we went there straight to confirm whether actually there was illegal mining or not. We couldn't at least trace any labourer there, but we observed that they have some equipment where they are trying to do the mining using boat. What we did was that we chatted using the coordinator to know whether there is a license belonging to that area. We discovered that number one, the state government is not having any license there. And number two, we discovered there's no single license within that domain. Ordinarily, what Urban Allah is supposed to do is to report that case for us to investigate rather than sending it online. There is a procedure. There's what we call Mining Act 2007. When you observe any illegal mining or any mining activities being done wrongly, you report to Mineral Resources and Environmental Management Committee, which is a committee of federal government.
As at 11:25 a.m. when the interview was conducted, the special advisor told us that he had just left the place and nothing was happening. As a matter of fact, we can't find traces, in his words. When our team got there at around 1:25 to confirm activities were ongoing, men in their numbers still mining on the site with a sound so loud which contradicts what the special advisor to the governor, Professor Lukman Jimoda, told us 1 hour 30 minutes earlier. Meanwhile, Honorable Jimoda also noted that the affected area is under thorough investigation, urging the members of the community to comply with the state government. He assured the members to carry on with their daily activities as the government and other agencies are working hard to bring the activity to an end.
If you have any information on mining, you don't need to go to press. What you need to do is, when you go to press, you are giving them the press, they will just run away. By the time you report to us, we are going to do our own work. We go there with our security men. We are going to arrest them. And if you are illegal mining, we ask them, can you give us the license? Once you cannot give it, we hand it over to the police.
The residents of Oloja, Ibala are begging the Osun State government to quickly intervene so the issue, they say, don't escalate, as they are tired of waiting for a positive response from the Osun State government. Joseph Atewe, Western Spring Television News.
Still to come, China's Xi Putin held ties in video call as Ukraine war nears anniversary. We will bring you more on this when we return. Please stay with us.